We've all heard about the huge challenges our planet is facing, right? Well, one of the biggest questions is, what are we going to eat? Today, we're getting right to the heart of that problem.
So, get this. Right now, one of the most basic foods that billions of people rely on is in serious trouble. And this isn't some far-off future problem, it's happening as we speak.
All right, so let's get specific. The food we're talking about, it's wheat. And the threat it's facing, well, it's a really big one.
Just look at this number, 35%. That is a huge chunk of the entire world's population that relies on wheat as their main food source. I mean, we're talking bread, pasta, noodles, the stuff that literally feeds billions of us.
So what's the actual problem here? Well, with our climate getting warmer, wheat is just getting hammered. You've got more intense heat waves, crazy long droughts, rain that's totally unpredictable, and it all boils down to one thing. We're getting less food from our harvests, and we can't count on them like we used to. This isn't just a headache for farmers. This is a huge deal for global food security.
But here's the good news. Faced with this massive challenge, there are brilliant people out there looking for answers. And today, we're going to meet one of them. Okay, so this is Radha Krishna Bhandari. And when I say he's dedicated, I mean it. Just look at his output. He's published more than 28 scientific articles, all laser-focused on solving this exact problem.
And it's not just about his own work. His expertise is so respected that he's been asked to peer review over 50 other studies. That means the best scientists in the world trust him to check their work. That says a lot. And you don't have to take my word for it. In his own words, you can really see what drives him. He says, I aim to contribute to the challenges associated with global food and nutritional security through plant breeding and genetics. So for him, this is more than just science. It's a mission to make sure we all have enough to eat.
So what does that mission actually look like in the real world? Let's peel back the layers and get into the nitty-gritty science of building a better, tougher wheat.
All right, so the main hurdle here is a scientific name, abiotic stress. It sounds complicated, right? But it's actually pretty simple. It just means stress on a plant that comes from non-living things, like the brutal heat and lack of water we were just talking about.
So how do you actually find a super wheat that can stand up to all this? Well, the process is meticulous. It's like a massive science experiment. First, you get your hands on hundreds of different types of wheat. Then, you put them through the ringer. You basically create drought and heat wave conditions. You watch them, you measure everything, how much they produce, how stable they are, and then, out of all of them, you pick the champions. The ones that don't just survive, but actually thrive.
And believe me, all this painstaking work isn't just for some report that sits on a shelf. It leads to real, game-changing breakthroughs that could literally reshape the future of how we grow our food.
And here's the proof. This is where all that research ends up, published in major scientific journals. This is how scientists share what they've learned, getting this crucial information out to the rest of the world so everyone can use it.
Okay, so this is the really exciting part. What did they actually find? Well, they found the rock stars of the wheat world. They pinpointed specific varieties like NL1384 that just laugh in the face of extreme heat. They found others like BL5116 that are super efficient and can produce more grain with less water. And maybe most important, they found the all-stars like NL1369 that are stable and adaptable no matter what you throw at them. This is the science that keeps food on our tables.
And this isn't just any journal. Getting published in a journal like Scientific Reports, which comes from the same people who publish Nature, is a huge deal. It means the global scientific community has looked at this work, vetted it, and said, yes, this is a major contribution. This matters. Now, what's really cool is that even though this specific research took place in Nepal, the lessons learned and the discoveries made, they have an impact that stretches all across the globe.
And his influence doesn't stop with his own papers. You see this certificate? This shows he's a trusted reviewer for major publishers like Elsevier. Think about that. He's the expert's expert, the person other scientists count on to make sure their work is solid.
And it's not a one-off thing. Here's another one from another top-tier publisher, Springer Nature. When you have this level of trust from the world's leading scientific journals, it basically solidifies your status as a global authority. It tells you these solutions are the real deal.
So let's bring it all home. Why does this matter to you and me? Because this research isn't just theory. It gives plant breeders around the world the actual genetic tools, like a roadmap, to create these climate-proof wheat varieties way, way faster. It's about building a stronger food system for all of us.
Which brings us to the big final question. As our planet keeps warming up, who's going to step up and engineer the food we all need to survive? The challenges are absolutely massive, there's no doubt about it. But as we've seen today, the work is already happening. It's being led by dedicated scientists in fields and in labs all over the world, quietly building the future of our food, one resilient seed at a time.